Thank you, Mr. Chairman. It is with a sense of deep frustration that I respond to the Republican majority's proposed rules changes to a number of long-standing Financial Services Committee rules for this session of Congress. These changes make a profound shift in authority away from both Republican and Democratic members of this committee, and it places it directly with the chairman. By giving the chairman of this committee the singular authority to issue subpoenas, we're taking a dramatic step away from the democratic tradition of majority rule to a new frontier where one member of this committee can make sweeping decisions regarding its procedures, priorities, and assertion of legal authority. By fundamentally usurping the ability of our committee members to vote on issuing subpoenas and handing that authority to one individual, we're stripping each and every member of this committee, except the chairman, of a core function, that profound responsibility of overseeing the agencies and entities within the jurisdiction of our committee. While this anti-democratic rule change is on its face disturbing enough, it flies in the face of the practice and good faith that we in the minority have extended to the chairman and the majority of this committee in the prior session of Congress. Democrats on this committee and on the Oversight and Investigations Committee in particular bent over backwards to work alongside the majority during its extensive investigations over the past 2 years, even when we distrusted some of these investigations, and even when many of our Democratic members felt extremely uncomfortable with the nature and tone of these inquiries. We worked with, and not against, the majority to subpoena witnesses to get better information and help resolve the underlying issues. In fact, in the 113th Congress, this committee issued 5 subpoenas, and each vote was unanimous. In light of this record, it is highly disappointing, even insulting, that the chairman has chosen a path to consolidate his power in this way. It is nothing less than a hard slap in the face. While this may be the most egregious of the rules changes being proposed today, it is not the only one that is problematic and centralizing in nature. Another important principle that has always governed this committee's hearing proceedings is to ensure that all members get a chance to ask witnesses questions in a fair and timely manner. But a new proposal to dole out a 60 extra minutes of question time takes a step that could not only significantly add to the overall time of our committee hearings, but also prejudice further the wait for our more junior members, both Republican and Democrat, before they get an opportunity to question witnesses. Regardless of the fact that the minority would get half this time, no member of this committee should be afforded the opportunity to monopolize time for questions. We all have the same rights and responsibilities to represent our constituents and look for answers to the important public policy questions. As a junior member of this committee, I remember all too well how frustrating it was to await my turn to offer questions to witnesses. Why are we proposing rules that would make this wait longer and even more frustrating? Our rules already provide for multiple rounds of questions if members have additional questions. I see no reason for this fundamental change. There are some other issues that we will raise that fit into the general theme of fairness, member discretion, and openness. I will describe those areas when we offer specific amendments. However, Mr. Chairman and members, in closing, I just want to underscore how disturbing this trend toward consolidation of decision-making authorities, lack of transparency, and disregard for all of our members' rights really is. Mr. Chairman, we do not always have to agree, but I believe strongly that we should always do our best to try and work together. I believe this package of rules changes takes us in exactly the wrong direction. So I thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I will yield back the balance of my time.